What up YouTube, it's your boy Anime Specialist. So this episode was really good. There was a lot of action and everything, so let's get right to it. The episode started with Tenjiro trying to find a bucket to put his sister in it because the demons can't be out during the day because the sunlight is going to kill them. So for him to travel during the day, he has to put her in it and cover it with a blanket so that she can survive. The thing that was funny to me is that she went from her normal size to her smaller size. So we saw in last week's episode that she can grow, she can get bigger because she's a demon now, and we saw in this episode that she can get smaller. So that was kind of funny to me. It was cute and everything. One last thing about that is that it seems like Nezuko is a completely different person than she was before she turned into a demon. And I know that we haven't seen her a lot before she turned into a demon, but it seems like she's a completely different person, you know. She knows that Tenjiro is her family and everything, but she acts differently, obviously because she's a demon and everything. So that was kind of interesting, the fact that she knows that Tenjiro is her family and that she act completely different, you know. And it seems like she can't even talk. So that's interesting because we saw for the first time a demon in this episode, except for Nezuko. She doesn't really count, but we saw our first demon and he was talking and everything. So that's kind of interesting that Nezuko can't talk. I don't know why. Maybe it's because the thing that the demon slayer put in her mouth last week. I don't know, but it's interesting. So like I said, we encountered our first demon, and I know that Tenjiro has an eye sense of smell and everything, but if I smell blood, I'm not going there, bro. I'm just going the other way, you know. So that is just me. But yeah, we saw our first demon, and he was kind of scary, man. He was eating and everything, and he actually attacked Tenjiro. So we saw kind of our first fight scene, human versus demon, in this episode, and it was really good, man. I like the animation, I like the art and everything, so it was pretty fluid. It was something new, you know. Something that we already know from this episode is that Tenjiro has eye reflexes and everything, so that's how he was able to survive when the demon first attacked him. So that was a really cool scene to see. I don't know if it's because of his eye sense of smell or anything, because this was something else, man. The demon just attacked him and he was able to kind of repel him with his hatchet and everything. So that was really cool. So the things that we know about demons right now is that they eat humans, they can grow and they can get smaller, they can regenerate if the wound isn't too deep and everything. So that's what we saw in this episode when Tenjiro attacked the demon with his hatchet. The demon, because the wound wasn't deep, it was going to regenerate really fast. And another thing that we learned is that they don't really need a body or something like that. So Nezuko saved Tenjiro from the demon. She kind of decapitated his head from separated his head from his body, and he was still alive. His body was still moving, and his head grew some arms, you know. So that was freaky as hell. But yeah, like I said, the things that we know about the demon is that they can grow taller, they can get smaller, they eat humans, and they can regenerate. And even when body parts of their body is separated, they can still function, you know. So that's quite interesting. I really like seeing Nezuko save Tenjiro once again. She's really strong, and I think they're gonna form a pretty good dynamic duo, you know. So we'll see in the future of the series, but that was really nice, man. I think she's my favorite character right now. Nezuko is my favorite character, you know. So it's gonna be interesting to see her development, her growth as a character and as a fighter. One of the reasons why I'm so interested in her character is that she's obviously a demon, but she's gonna struggle a lot in the beginning of this series because she saw the demon eating other humans, and she was just salivating because she was hungry or the smell of the blood and everything. So that's gonna be interesting to see how she will be able to kind of stop herself from eating or killing other humans. And now this is a good part to talk about the new character that we encountered in this episode. So in last week's episode, the Demon Slayer called, I think his name is Gil, kind of saved Nezuko and Tenjiro, and he told Tenjiro to go to the mountain to be trained to be a Demon Slayer. And the guy that is going to train him is this guy. I don't remember exactly his name, my bad. Yeah, so his name is Sakonji, I think, and when he arrived, Tenjo didn't even hear his footsteps, so that's how strong maybe he is. So that's gonna be interesting. That's maybe one of the techniques that Tenjo is gonna learn and everything. I like the Maski, and it seems like this character right there is gonna be the Master Roshi, the Jiraiya Sensei to Tenjo, so that's gonna be pretty interesting. We haven't seen his face in the entire episode. I don't know why. Maybe his face is scarred or something like that. So I hope we'll see his face soon. I don't want it to be a Kakashi Sensei situation. That was a really funny situation in Naruto and everything. But yeah, man. Oh, there's something that I forgot to say is that we saw for the first time a demon dying by sunlight. So that was quite interesting because he died instantly. So hopefully Nezuko doesn't die because she's my favorite character, and it's gonna be a struggle to keep her from the sunlight. She already knows herself that it's not a good thing, but sometimes maybe they're gonna get caught off guard by staying too late outside and everything. So yeah, man. But anyway, before Tenjiro was trained by, I think his name is Senjuko or something like that, he was tested. So Tenjiro was on a mountain, on a high mountain where he can't really breathe easily, So there was a lot of traps, and he had to get down from the mountain before the sun came out. And it was a challenge, obviously, because we saw how bloody he was when he came to Senjuko's house. And yeah, man, it's gonna be interesting to see how the training will be because he's now a student and everything. And I'm wondering if his sister is gonna train also, So it's gonna be really cool to see. Before I end the video, there's like 4 things that I want to talk about. The first thing is Tenjo's scar on his forehead. So this was really interesting. I didn't really talk about it in last week's episode, but in this week's episode it came in pretty handy, So while he was fighting one of the demons, he headbutted the demon, and the demon said that it was hard like a rock or something like that. So that's quite interesting. Maybe he has a metal plate in his forehead, because when you have a head injury or something like that, sometimes you need to replace like the bone with metal gear or something like that in real life. So maybe it's something like that. And yeah, man, this is gonna be interesting because it seems like his head is gonna be a pretty reliable weapon, The second thing is about Nezuko. Sakonji said something really interesting because he said that she can absolutely not kill or eat a human. So in my opinion, it's because if she eat or kills, she will never be able to be turned into a human again. So that's my theory. But yeah, man, it's gonna be interesting. And the other thing that he said about Nezuko and also Tenjo is that there's something special about them. So yeah, man, there's something special about Nezuko because obviously she doesn't act like other demons. She really cares about Tenjiro and everything, and she's pretty strong. And from what we've seen from Tenjiro, he has eye sense of smell like Sakonji, and that's what Gyo said. He said that maybe Tenjiro can become his successor. So That's quite interesting because the successor of what? That's what I'm wondering. So, yeah, man, these two characters, man, Tenjiro and Nezuko are really, really interesting. They're really cool. The third thing that I want to talk about is the opening. So I don't think I talked about it in last week's episode because it was not at the beginning, but it was at the end of last week's episode. And the opening is fire, bro. The animation, the art style in this was just amazing, and the music I really liked it too. So yeah, man, this anime so far has been amazing. I know it's only 2 episodes, but the animation, the art, the opening, the ending was also good. So yeah, man. And I forgot the fourth thing that I wanted to talk about. My bad, but I'm wondering when they're gonna take out the thing that is in Nezuko's mouth. I know it's for maybe protection and everything, but it seems like she has that every time, every day of the week. So. Yeah, man. Like I said, it was a really, really good episode. I'm hyped for what's coming next. Let me know what you thought about this week's episode in the comments down below. And I do Kimetsu no Yaiba Demon Slayer reviews every Saturday, so subscribe for that. And I also do other anime related things like Black Clover reviews on Tuesdays, Fairy Tail and One Piece reviews on Saturdays. I don't know if I'm gonna do a Fairy Tail review for a while because I'm kind of bored, but yeah, man. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Anime Specialist out. Peace.